Lego Trees. This is set number 230 from Europe. Contains 6 trees. Different parts of the world, some of these had 5, 6, or even more pieces in them. This one has 6. Five trees and some bushes. There's a birch tree, a fruit tree, cypress, pine tree, an oak tree, and then some bushes. These are all painted, hand painted. The underlying plastic is usually like a buff color, but then they have been painted in these various colors, and the painting will vary from piece to piece. These were sold during the town plan era, when you could buy play mats that were flat boards with paper pasted on them that had roads and parks and things printed. So the bases are flat and not designed to be real sturdy on a base plate. These particular trees are the style that was introduced in 1960. The earlier ones from 1955 to 1960 are very similar, but they're a little more detailed in the molding. And sometimes the painting was a little more detailed. For instance, the fruit tree would have apples painted on it. So these are from 1960. In 1965, they changed the mold a little bit, and we have some of those here. They look very similar to the earlier trees. However, you can see that the base is now round, and they fit over Lego studs, so they sit securely on a base plate now. Other than the base, they really are nearly identical. It looks as though they may have been made from the same mold, or at least were working from the same drawings when they updated the design. So these were mainly sold in Europe for a brief period in the early 60s. This version was sold in the United States, but in the US and in Canada, it was Samsonite who was molding and making trees. These were not painted, they were molded in green. These are from a set 055, which was just a set of trees and bushes. You can see these are the pine tree and the bush. And here again, it looks very much like they were working from the same drawings, if not the actual same molds. But the detailing on the trees look very similar. So, but the type of plastic is different. This is a stiffer plastic. This is a very soft plastic. And the coloring in the Samsonite trees varies quite a bit. You'll see them darker and lighter. Again, they have flat bases from that era. Then in 1966, so around the same time they redesigned the European trees, Samsonite did something similar. This is set 049, which has trees and windows and doors. Very similar, but here the base has some bars, some feet that fit fairly securely between the studs of a base plate. Again, the molds very similar. if not the actual same mold. The type of plastic is different. It's a stiffer plastic with a shinier finish for the most part, and a lighter green for the most part. So those are the early Lego trees from the 1960s into the early 70s.